Welcome everyone to a new video, a new day, a new video, a new gas blow about to talk about. We're going to get straight into it. It's none other than the brand new Marui P320, which we've all been waiting for an extremely long time, haven't we? They announced it years and years ago, and the only thing that's different is this had like a protective clear plastic on it, which I've took off. I do it with all my shipments just to make sure when it lands, if there's an issue, I can put that back to the retailer straight away. So I pre-ordered this shortly after I pre-ordered the MP9 from Ariyama off WGC. So I picked up the pistol and I've picked up two of the longer magazines. Now, I did not have a good experience with my VFC P320, and every other VFC P320 that I've tried has been equally as poo-poo as the next one. So I've been eagerly anticipating this release from Marui, but you know, no flashiness on the box, all their usual bits, just P320 full size, and then they got these grip modules, which I'm hoping they do a lot for. Now there's probably companies in you know, places like Hong Kong and Japan and other places, Taiwan, that are probably already making parts of this thing. So I imagine people are going to make a lot of stuff for this thing, because they always do with Marui pistols. And can this pull me away from my 17 Gen 5 MOS? But you open this up, you've got the trigger pack like that. On the picture, we open this, we flip it over, we've got your manuals and everything slotted in behind this bit of polystyrene. And then we've got a couple of bits. I'm not sure if that comes on the box or that's something that the retailer's done. I imagine they've done it just to make sure nothing rubs up against each other. So, bit of bubble wrap. We take the magazine out. Like any Marui, very, very high quality magazine. It's got a little nick there where I did insert the magazine, which we'll get to in just a moment. It's actually got a bit of gas in, I didn't know that. Right, we've got the magazine. I've got the P320 itself. Now what I'm going to do, let's wipe off this residual oil that seems to be on here from the box. Might have just seeped out during transit. But this has got the same looking slide as the 17 MOS, where it looks very unlike plastic, and it feels really good as well. It feels really sturdy. So, you know, we're not new to the SIG pistol of the P320, but it's the first time. Oh, I actually really like that texture as well. I don't know. I can't remember my SIG feeling this good. Maybe it was just a little bit rough around the edges, but yeah. You got Marui, made in Japan. You got the ASGK logo. You got serial number. You got the Newington NHUS. You got 9x19 on the barrel. We flip it round and we have P320 on there. No SIG markings. I don't think the real one has SIG markings, correct me if I'm wrong. On the mag, very straightforward. Just, you know, all the plastic, like the lips and everything, are just finished very, very well. So it does have a gap here where you could put like an extended mag in, but we don't need to do that. In the little accessory box, what do we have? The unjamming rod is underneath the pistol just there. We have BBs, which from Marui you can use them. These will be 0.2s because they're very high quality. You've got your little stoppers to put in the magazines if you want to dry fire it. Oh, don't dry fire your guns, it destroys them. And you've got literally one of, if not the best airsoft gun manufacturer in the world, giving you pieces to allow you to dry fire it. Come on, guys. Stop believing everything you read online. So there we have the pistol. Now I did notice when I pulled this first out of the box, the mag was getting stuck, and I was like, why is the mag getting stuck? And I think it was just new, and it's obviously just rubbing up against the magazine there. But it clips in really nice and positive. It's got a great weight to it as well with the grip in. I'm not exactly sure what the weight is. I don't know where my scales are. I think they're broken. I threw them away, so I need to get some new ones. So you got ambidextrous slide release, ambidextrous safety. Very simple and easy to use. And what I did notice, just testing this out of the box, I was surprised. So you take up the dead space in the trigger, you're on the wall, It's got a very clean brake, and the reset you can hear it, but you can't really feel it. But the trigger is actually pretty damn good. So we've got the standard mag, and then we've got extended mags. Let's take these out. Let's have a quick look at one. It's going to be the exact same thing, just slightly extended, of course. Marui's packaging on their spare magazines is second to none. They really do secure them very, very well. Although the packaging is a bit outdated now, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing. And they wrap them really nicely. I feel like someone's gift wrapping these on the assembly line. So that's your extended mag, which will just stick out a little bit further. These are 32 rounds. I can't remember what the standard ones are. Does it tell us in here? Let's have a quick look. 26. So yeah, 26 rounds, 32. That is a really, that's probably the most minimalistic manual I've seen off Tokyo in a long time, but it just gets to the point. Tells you how the hammer works, sizing of the piston, what else we got, hop, magazines, how to strip it, all the key components that you need to worry about. And then I can't read that obviously, but it's the fire control unit, which on the real ones I believe is the serialized part, which is the same on this one. And then on the real ones I don't think there's any negatives for like switching out frames and stuff like that. So to take it apart, we just lock the slide to the rear like that, make sure the slide's locked, pull this lever if it wants to rotate, just a little bit stiff there, and then we can drop the slide forward and off it comes, and it looks very minimalistic in there. And I assume that's because I'm pretty sure if you take this pin out, you take that pin out, I'm guessing here, so bear with me. I think that the frame, yeah, there we go. The complete fire control group comes out. Now for us in Airsoft, the only real positive to this is the fact of maintenance and looking after it. I haven't got to unscrew anything. It is literally, and I think, you know, a lot more replicas should probably move to something like this. So what you want to do, I think, is hook the trigger in first, then put the back in, then slide that down, getting all your fingers here. Then it's got a bevel on that pin, which I assume, yeah, we can push that in. Push the takedown pin back in, rotate it round. It's easy as that. That's how to get your fire control group out. So, you know, maintenance and stuff on that. A very, very strange looking new hammer, which doesn't look like it interferes with anything past the rails of the frame there. The slide, take the spring guide out. You can pull the outer barrel. It's got the same little wings here as what the 17 MOS has. Wheeled hop unit where you can adjust it without taking this apart, but you know, if it's a bit difficult for you, you can of course turn it off. So you rotate this wheel clockwise, that's this one on the right, and that's what gives you more hop. Just going to leave it where it was, which was about in the middle. And then we have the slide, and this is there. You can see all the reinforcement on the inside. And it was like this on my 17 MOS. It was so chunky of a plastic that honestly, if it never braked, I had no intention of messing with it at all. The only reason I've messed with my other one is because Toxicant sent me a slide kit, which, you know, you guys, if you watch the channel, you've seen that already. So we'll pop this on here. The only videos I've seen of this are from Match Sakai in Japan, which he's using like 134A gas. We obviously don't use that over here, and many people tell me you can't use green gas or propane in a Marui, and I've just been laughing for the past 15 years now. If I put this mag in and it blows up, it's my own fault. And I say this to people, yeah, they say you should use lighter gases with Maruis. I never have, in the 10-15 years that I've been running Marui pistols, I've always ran green gas or propane. I've never, ever, touch wood, had an issue. But I know when I'm doing it, so when I put propane in all my Marui pistols, bog standard pistols, I know that if for some reason that slide cracks, breaks, blows up, whatever, it's my own fault, but I've never ever seen it. So we're gonna have a look at the blowback now. So we're just holding down the slide release here. Punchy, very, very punchy. And 5 shots in, my VFC one would have given up by now, but this is still very, very good. My door's ringing, so bear with me. Apologies there, that was Amazon at my front door because I'd ordered a new stand for my 3D printer. Right. Charging up the 32 round mag. Definitely takes a hell of a lot more gas. These mags are already cold because, I mean, it hasn't affected that small one. It's a very cold mag because it's literally just been delivered. It got delivered this morning and UPS just left it outside. Luckily I noticed him, good thing about having a Ring doorbell camera, you see everything. And then all I've done is gone and shipped everyone's parcels out this morning, and then thought, right, I need to, I'm out tonight with the boys from West Mids and HC2. So if I'm going to record this, I need to get it done pretty damn sharpish. Right, what to do with the ammo? There it is. Some 0.3 gram BBs here. Just load this up. Right. Extended mags right on the get-go. Let's just pop the first round out there because I don't know what round that is. So these will at max hold 32 rounds. Not too worried about that. I do like my BBs to stack properly though. It's a massive pet hate of mine. You don't want anything for any reason causing you a feeding issue. I think I've got a few more in that one. So, right, propane, 0.3 gram BBs. Got my chrono here. Let's set the ammo to 0.3. And don't worry, I'll show you this afterwards, but we're just going to put it through. It's not going to be hot anyway. Maruis never are. So 0.949 joules at 261. 0.918 at 256. I'm just going to read these out to you now. 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, 0.898, 0.9, 0.878, 0.89, 0.89, 0.89, 0.89, 0.842, 0.857, 0.847. So yeah, just under a joule. I mean, usually we're about 0.8 joules, but this one's a little bit higher, but still well under the limit. And what's weird is it's super snappy, but it has a totally different recoil or blowback impulse compared to the G17 MOS, which is weird. But it is nice because you don't want every gun to be the same. This gun is still as much of a joy I'd say it's a little bit slower on the slide speed, but it's a very enjoyable experience. Now, I'm sure we'll be doing multiple videos on this, don't worry. People are like, we want to see it shooting. Yeah, I know. We'll be doing some videos, don't worry about it. You know, you shot full mags, you keep going, and then it'll always lock back. I don't think I ever had my VFC P320, M17, whatever, lock back on empty. It was an awful design. And I'm very much a Glock user, don't get me wrong, I like my Glocks. I'll be getting their 19 MOS when it releases. And I do scour the interwebs for like new Glock models. I was going to pick up a VFC Gen 5 MOS G17, that is. I was going to pick up a VFC one of them to like sort of pitch it off against the Marui. But yeah, a nice solid little handgun from Tokyo Marui. You can use it anywhere because the power isn't ridiculous. The magazine infrastructure is good because Marui magazines are always very good. No one beats them on that. You can argue with me in the comments all you want. And I say this in the kindest way possible, honestly, guys. I'm not trying to be... I'm not trying to piss any of you off. But there's many that jump into the comments all the time and say I'm wrong about this, that, or the other. You know, if I said something about VFC in the past and you don't like what I say, that's fine. You know, we're all here, we don't have to have the same opinion. The only thing I will say about that is I am in a very fortunate position, through my own hard work, no one else, to be able to buy a lot of this stuff. And I think that's probably why I do get a lot of hate. Maybe people are jealous, I'm not too sure, that I'm able to buy a lot of these replicas. But it's not been given to me, I've earned it through hard work. So my point is, I am able to buy a lot of these replicas. I have used thousands of different replicas in my 15 plus years of doing airsoft. And just recently, I'm in possession of more than 100 gas blowback rifles. And, you know, not including the pistols. I've got 20, 30 pistols. I have a lot. Now, you might buy in like a VFC M4 or whatever, or you might buy the VFC SIG, for instance, and you might go, right, this is brilliant, you know, it does everything I want it to do, it's realistic, it's got metal slide, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I just have a bigger pool of replicas to compare it to. So I've bought the VFC P320 or M17 twice. Both times it was bad. And there's another pistol that VFC did, which was the VP9, H&K VP9. I wanted nothing more than to love that pistol. It is by far the most comfortable pistol I have ever touched, ever. It was perfect for me, perfect for my hands, but the gun was just hot garbage. If they could have made that where it just worked, I would probably be using one still today. But I've had a couple of these VFC SIGs. They are just as... they're mediocre at best. Maybe some people get one and it works. Both the ones I had were crap. Ollie in the Discord was going to buy one. I told him not to. He went against my advice, bought one anyway, ended up replacing all these parts, and it was still just as much of a turd rolling glitter than it was in the first place. This, however, is why I've been waiting for this for so long, because I knew Marui were going to do a good job with this. Now, don't get me wrong, there could be times where, you know, as time progresses, people could find weak points. I don't know, maybe the barrels break or the slides break or whatever. We'll deal with it. I think when there's a second batch, if people have done, I think what I'll do is similar to my G17 MOS. I'm going to keep one standard, which I've got one of my G17 standard, and then I'm going to get a second one. And if there's a load of parts, we can use that on the channel to put like fancy slide kits on or whatever and pimp it up. And I'm still not, you know, destroying the purity of the out-the-box Marui. So short mags comes with, you can get the extended mags of 32 rounds, which is absolute phenomenal amount of ammo. So I think if I get more mags for these, I'll be getting the extended, not the shorts. But it's always nice to have a short one. I knew this was going to be good. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think you guys are going to love it. It feels great to shoot. Run it on propane. We'll do some game days with it so you can see it in action. We'll do some range tests with it as well so you can also see it on the range. Let me know anything else you want to see on this replica. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Join the Agri Precision Discord, link in the description. But for now, from me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next one.